Welcome back guys to a new FSD video. I went all the way to Milan for this test and I promise you it was worth it. Stay till the end and you'll not be disappointed. We just started the ride and we already had our first wow moment. Look at how FSD squeezes through these two stopped cars in this parking lot. Amazing confidence. I had to go through the same spot when I left Tesla, but I have to admit that my confidence was way lower while driving manually. And here we go, our first unprotected left turn, executed flawlessly. I have to admit it was easy. There was no oncoming traffic, so nothing to get really excited about. So that was easy, but be prepared for what's coming next. You might have seen it already. It's a very narrow stretch of road, on which vehicles usually fold their mirrors to be sure they can pass by one another. Just pay attention on how close FSD gets to the side of the road when incoming cars are approaching. Its surgical precision doesn't stop to amaze me. Little did I know that I was going to drive through the same path later in the day, manually. That was really scary. Needless to say, I was way slower than Tesla's FSD. There's even a sign to let you know that you might end up with one wheel off the road. That's the first time I'm seeing such a hazard road sign. Only in Italy, guys. Only in Italy. Very tight indeed, but the car handles it flawlessly. I got excited to see the cyclist on this type of road. Let's see what FSD does, how it handles it. There's also an incoming car far away, but the AI already sees it. You can spot the tiny dot on the vehicle's visualization. That's why FSD does not overtake him. It's very cautious and waits until the incoming vehicle clears the way. I would have done the same, to be honest. As soon as an incoming vehicle approaches, FSD slowly reduces speed and makes room by hugging the right side of the road. And of course, we have an electric scooter on the road. I could have sworn that this was planned. How often can you get cyclists and scooters on a narrow stretch of road like this? Maybe if you live in the Netherlands, but that's not a usual thing in the rest of the world. Or is it? Leave your comments down below. This time it uses the right perpendicular road to make more room for the incoming traffic. It waits patiently behind the scooter until there's a clear way, more patiently than any driver would. Situations like this give me a boost in confidence that Netherlands RDW will approve FSD and soon after all EU countries will follow. But it's still not perfect. I'm talking about the Italian asphalt on the road. There's a huge pothole on the side of the road, which FSD does not avoid at all. I guess between the pothole and the incoming traffic, the choice was obvious, although I would have just waited in this scenario. And of course, the supervisor reports this. What's coming next is, I think, one of the most tricky parts of this road. Part that you might have seen already online. The way FSD creeps and then continues seems so natural, so human-like. Believe me when I say it, it feels way more mind-blowing being in the car than seeing it on screen. I was left speechless. Let's see how it handles its first Italian roundabout. Very natural, nothing to worry about at all. And we are reaching our first destination, and our first FSD adventure without knowing it yet. This is a private restaurant with a big gated parking lot that was supposed to be closed. Tesla's supervisor's intent was to showcase a curb drop-off, cyber taxi style. But the gate was open, and as soon as FSD saw that, it updated its visualization and proceeded to go inside. Drop-off complete. As a reminder, the EU FSD version 14.1.7 is missing some US counterpart features, like auto parking and speed profiles. The car will not search for a parking spot, it will just stop for now. Now we proceed to the next destination. The car has to first figure out its way out of this gated private property. As you can see, there's no road on the map, but FSD's neural network handles it. But wait, the gate is now closed. No worry, FSD looks for an alternative exit. And another closed door. Let's go back to the other one. Yep, it's still closed. And it keeps doing this, going back and forth between the two gates. FSD got us stuck inside a private property. At this point we had to reach out to the owner and kindly ask them to open the gate for us. Finally it opens and we are free to proceed to our next destination. The supervisor disengaged here just to make sure we are not hitting the opening gate. I don't think there would have been an issue, but cannot blame him for being extra cautious. We have a stop sign here, and it stops at the correct road markings, not exactly at the stop sign itself. Then proceeds to take the right turn when it sees a clear path. We pass a 30 km/h speed limit, which the car registers, but it takes its time to slow down. I would have reacted faster here in Switzerland, but we are in Italy, and things are done slightly different here. Then we go through this roundabout with no issues whatsoever. And another roundabout. They are becoming boring at this point, and that's a good thing. The lanes are quite narrow here, but FSD is confident enough to stay very well centered, although it seemed to be very close to the guardrail. The supervisor now showcases how you can instruct FSD to take a different path or change lanes by using the turn signals. But because the car was approaching faster from behind, FSD kindly makes room for it. Now pay attention at the speed. Dropping a bit from 39 to 38 as we approach a crosswalk, while a child on a bike was next to it. Although the child had no intention of crossing, FSD was extremely cautious and slightly decreased the speed, before continuing once it was sure the child will not cross the road. Thumbs up for that. We have another crosswalk encounter. And again, perfect behavior from FSD. So perfect, the guy stanked the car. Now the supervisor disengages to showcase how fast FSD can be engaged back even within a roundabout. The system is able to take over immediately because actually it is always running in the background, and you can see that by the way the gray path line behaves based on the road. Now another disengagement to test what FSD does if it is engaged while driving on the wrong side of the road. Of course, it goes to the right side of the road in merely seconds. Now, pay attention to the right sidewalk. Can you spot them? Well, FSD did. And it is also accurately predicting their intention to cross the street. It seems to be overly protective with the pedestrians, especially children. UNEC, I want this system running in Europe as soon as possible. Now we have a truck that stopped on the other lane, and a car that just appears behind it and overtakes it, briefly passing into our lane. Immediately, FSD steers to the right to make room for it, although it had to overtake a stopped car in our lane in the process. Very confident, no wheel jerking, no brake stabbing. And that wraps our FSD ride along in Italy. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back with more videos like this as soon as FSD will get approved in Europe. Thanks again for watching till the end. See you in the next one.